happy day.
Good morning. It's a beautiful day.
Hi, this is Alan. I like IRONWORX because it's where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came.
I love IRONWORX with Josh, Walt and Zack. It's like sitting in your front room having a cosy chat with your best friends.
Hi, it's Diva here, and I just want you to know that IRONWORX with Josh, Walt and Zack, it's definitely my favourite dose of reality. Come join the family and keep it flat.
Why sleep in when you could get your dose of iron in the morning? Listen to the IRONWORX.
This is Enlightened Dawn. Roses are red, violets are blue. Ironrealmmedia is the best on the plane. To this show, I will forever be true. You guys are truly the best, and I love you guys. I'm so thankful to have you in my life.
Do you like listening to space letters from Never a Straight Answer? Then tune in to the IRONWORX with Zack, Walter, and Josh. Break clear of the fear on the IRONWORX and become an Iron Scout.
Good morning. I'm here.
Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up!
What is dark matter?
Okay, we don't know.
That's great. That's why it's called dark.
It's exactly.
Everyone knows all reputable information comes from random people on the internet. Tell me things, internet. The earth is flat. It's like school in your hand.
Okay, dark matter is something we do not know what it is. We believe that dark matter is there, but we have never detected it. Well, what I'm afraid of course, is that there is no dark matter out there.
There was one?
There is no dark matter out there. We need to think really hard,
You know, I looked and looked for a TFR intro, but then I remembered it's on my laptop, and I don't use my laptop anymore. But that'd have been funny as hell with the TFR intro on April Fool's Day, so just consider it done. And April Fools! And happy Wednesday. Welcome to the IRONWORX. We're here again. Good morning, gentlemen.
Howdy ho.
Howdy ho. Uh-oh, I didn't do chat yet. There we go.
That's ducka.
Would you just sit up or something? You sound a hell of a lot better now.
Oh, me?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Oh, it just seemed like it came in clearer all of a sudden.
I don't know.
And Happy New Year.
And Happy New Year to you as well, sir. Man. Trying to move things around. I've got too many tabs open for various things. Oh my goodness.
Bitchin'.
Huh?
Funny. All these news article places clicked in. I was gonna read Artemis 2 today and blah blah blah. Dude, it's like everything pop up. This pops up. Do you want to do this? Want to do that? It's like, dude, I bet people before they even get a chance to read the live, because throwing all this crap at them, and they're like, screw this, tired of closing windows before every article.
You're breaking up.
That's how I feel about most of those streaming sites.
And gone.
It's just so hard.
Or is it me?
I'm here. Do you hear me?
I hear you. Was that cut off mid-talking? For me, again, it could be me. You apparently had trouble hearing me earlier.
Yeah, I'd have thought for sure I'd have been inundated with fucking moon launch stories.
No, you got to go looking for it. I thought so too. I had to go look last night to find out what time they were going to finally go, April Fool!
Mm-hmm. But surely
I did see something go by like going, well, it's 80% surely go due to the weather. I'm like, yeah, here we go. Here we go.
So they have a launch window. I think it's 24 p.m. Eastern. Bad weather comes up or any other bit of the launch technology try the cruising attempt again during 2-hour windows, April 2nd and also on April 30th. That could be a specific with the time. It's at 6:24. Oh, it's at 7:22 p.m. That's 8 p.m. At 8:53 p.m. And that's at 9:40 p.m. 6:06.
I gotta say, Zach, I'm only catching like a third of what you're saying. Between muffled and the breaking, it's a little hard to understand.
How about now?
That actually sounds quite a bit better.
Yeah, I was on the edge of the Wi-Fi.
That'll do it.
Yep, that's what it sounded like.
Oh, sorry about that.
You're good.
Yeah, no, the times that they have is hilarious. Oh, like, do the it has to be done at this exact time.
Oh, sorry. We missed it by like 5 seconds. But we'll catch it tomorrow.
10:36.
Or maybe at the end of
and
the
everything looks good. You can't do it.
Promise it wasn't an April Fool's joke. We were really gonna, but we just can't.
Painful.
So they have to get their orbital window is the reason. They have to be launched at these specific times. Goodness. Could be shortened to just a few hours, as in the case with Artemis 2, because the launch needs Earth rotational motion to launch the rocket on its path.
Like those old school slingshot ones, like the centrifugal will spin it around and fling it. It's what we've always been doing. We've just been using the Earth to swing us around. Don't you know?
Don't you know?
Because the Earth needs rotational motion. What the fuck is that? What, the Earth isn't rotating fast enough sometimes after that 2-hour window?
Well, you know, man, they've been building a lot of big dams.
It's when they release, you see. Because if they release it too soon, it goes way low. And if they release it too late, it just goes straight up and comes back down. So they got to make sure they hit that exact orbital window when you're slingshotting it off the Earth. I thought you knew this.
Be racist, Josh. Why low?
Why low? I think
Why low? Why low? No, sorry. It's a whole thing. Ping pong. What was that movie?
Fury.
Ah.
I just watched that like a week ago.
I know. I watched it probably about a month ago.
Now, here's an interesting story.
What is it? Damn it, my brain's not awake. But go.
Well, it could be. Maybe not. This is at a Fortune. It says AI's ability to see mirages shows how alien machine brains really are. Now, obviously, it was really only the first part of that headline that intrigued me was the AI's ability to see mirages. I thought that could be interesting. How that's going to help them show alien machine brains and their true nature, I don't know. And I'm not entirely sure. I want to read all this to find out that silly nonsense.
Did they hook up AI to a camera to let it see?
I don't know.
Otherwise, how would AI affect the fucking crew that are rising in space? Or what are the rocks?
Right.
It's not a mirage.
All right. I'll scroll down. It says, this past week has brought yet more evidence of how weird these models, these AI models, are. A paper from researchers at Stanford University showed that multimodal AI models, those that can accept inputs in both text and images, and sometimes audio files too, suffer from a phenomenon they dubbed mirage reasoning. I don't think this is what I see. We have quotes around mirage.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
The models will purport to analyze images a user has never actually uploaded to them. Okay. When prompted about medical images but not actually supplied any images, the models will nonetheless offer diagnoses. Weirder still, these assessments are often correct. When the researchers tested the models on benchmarking tests for multimodal AI, the models obtained were what the scientists said were strikingly high scores. About 70 to 80% of the scores they obtained when they did have access to images. Worryingly, the researchers found the models had a tendency to find evidence of pathologies in the phantom images, showing that the models may have a bias toward diagnosing disease that could lead to dangerous and expensive misdiagnoses if used in real-world medical settings. Huh. Turns out there wasn't anything interesting about that. Who knew?
Who would have thunk it? Ooh, it's 65 degrees already.
Yeah, we're pretty comfortable. But it's going to be dropping. It was near record highs yesterday. Oh, Elon, this should be good. Errol Musk. Anybody know who Errol Musk is?
I think don't they use that in perfume now and cologne?
Yeah, I think that's Calvin Klein's newest. Errol Musk. Anyway, that's Elon's father. And the 78-year-old used a press conference at Russia's TASS news agency on Tuesday to air doubts about the U.S. moon landing, suggesting America may have cheated its way to the victory in the Cold War space race. Speaking to reporters, the nuclear space researcher hyped plans by his billionaire son, SpaceX CEO Elon Musk, to build a city on the moon, noting that landing on the moon is very difficult. One has to question some things, he said, before slipping into a rant, casting doubt on Neil Armstrong's famous 1969 landing, telling the room, I'm curious as to how they did it. He went on to argue that a string of failed moon landings that left a huge tail of debris from the spacecraft called the 1969 moon landing into question, particularly in terms of how the Apollo 11 could have slowed down enough to make a smooth landing. He also cited his own calculations to claim that a spacecraft entering lunar orbit would reach speeds 3 times faster than a bullet, requiring enormous amounts of fuel to slow down, far more than he believes was possible with 1960s-era technology. Imagine such a retro rocket, Musk said, arguing that the missions would have needed at least 29 tons of fuel just to manage the safe landing. Their remarks echo long-debunked conspiracy theories about Apollo program, but Musk framed his skepticism as rooted in physics rather than speculation, claiming that other astrophysicists have reviewed his calculations and reached the same conclusions about the missions possibly being fraudulent. While casting doubt on the U.S. program, Musk struck a far more optimistic tone when it came to the modern era space race back to the moon, and particularly his son's role in it. He predicted that a lunar colony could become reality within the next few years, suggesting that SpaceX would ultimately lead the charge. Comments came as the billionaire space race heats up and Musk's SpaceX competing against Jeff Bezos' Blue Origin for dominance in lunar exploration. Both companies are developing technologies to land humans on the moon and build long-term infrastructure there. Musk suggested his son would take a different approach to landing on the moon. we're not going to land on it. We're going to take a different approach. Rather than going down, we're going to, well, all right, I guess we're going to have to essentially approach the moon the same way as every fucking buddy else and just go down and land on it. But Musk suggested his son would take a different approach to landing on the moon, describing a model that relies more heavily on Earth gravitational pull and a direct trajectory rather than the traditional lunar orbit insertion. That sounds kind of sexy.
The Cybertruck.
The turn landing method, he said, would allow a spacecraft to approach the lunar surface more directly. Even so, he acknowledged that landing on the moon poses major challenges, citing the lack of atmosphere and other environmental factors that make the process inherently difficult for his son to pull off. The renewed focus on the moon isn't limited to private companies. The U.S. has also gone full steam ahead in its modern space race. Under President Donald Trump, NASA has been pushing to return astronauts to the lunar surface for the first time since 1972 through its Artemis program. NASA's chief Jared Isaacman, 43, has emphasized plans not just to revisit the moon, but establish a sustained presence there. We're not just going to plant the flag, Isaacman said, in outlining the agency's goals. Okay. The next major step in the Artemis 2 program, which is expected to send astronauts on lunar flyby as NASA ramps up its long-term ambitions for permanent foothold beyond Earth. The Daily Beast has reached out to NASA for comment. End of story. Like they couldn't even tell you whether NASA responded.
We reached out.
We reached out. Cool. All right. Just doing your job, I guess. Reaching out at least. Couldn't be bothered to do your job to fucking report on whether or not they responded. There you go. Who'd have thought?
Elon's dad throwing his 2 cents into the fucking... Well, I doubt it not because of those conspiracy theories, but because of physics.
Take 29 tons. You'll come in 3 times faster than a bullet. Gotta slow down.
You know, that's the thing that drives me the most nuts about all of this shit is the assumption that we just dropped out of mom as complete dunder fuck idiot fucks going, oh, there must be aliens here somewhere. Where's that moon landing? Fuck all this. We didn't look into it and deeply dive into it and look at all the fucking physics and watch the cartoon rocket do a spin around. We've already seen that Elon Musk, or whatever your fucking name is. Oh, sorry. Then he ran over.
It's his father. Have a little respect. His name is Elon Musk by Calvin Klein. Which I think I'd be tempted to throw in there every time I said my name. Hi, nice to meet you. My name is Errol Musk by Calvin Klein.
Brought to you by Carlos Jr. Why do you keep saying that? Because they pay me every time I do. So smart. Why don't you know that? Oh my God, dude, that movie. I've had a few different movies on. They're showing
Welcome to the moon. I love you.
That movie did not get enough spreading. It's definitely like a cult classic, but there's a lot of people that have never even heard of that movie. Crazy.
I wonder why.
A little too hitting the nail right on the head. A little too perfect. I supersize with you.
Can of bacon.
Go away.
Oh man. There's a cloud right in front of the moon. It's weird, it's a totally clear sky and there's just this big giant cloud right in front of the moon.
It's a UFO. It's a whole fleet of very tiny UFOs. A swarm, if you will.
Got a suppressor.
Did you get one?
Yeah, it'll be here by Friday. But I gotta go pick it up. It's like a $200 fee to have one delivered. You have to have a license to have them delivered to your house. Ridiculous.
That sounds about right. Gotta have the FFL.
Mm-hmm.
Good morning, Skylar. Good to see you there. Matter of fact, good morning to all you fine bastards.
Absolutely. Good morning to all you lovely people and fine bastards.
Does it say there's more than 2 in chat?
Maybe, I haven't checked. Last I heard, there were only 2 thumbs up.
There's 15. There's 15 watching.
Well, there's probably got to be at least 60 or 70 in there then. Pretty sure that's what that means.
Working in Spartanburg today. Has changed. So driving 45 minutes to work. I guess still like 15. Yeah, I don't know. I love this job, but I'm gonna start looking for something that's a little more permanently based. At least go meet up somewhere that's close.
Aren't you moving to Arkansas soon?
Well, I don't know about soon. Takes money to start up one of those businesses.
What? Nah. Takes credit.
Yeah, which I don't want to. 27% interest loan bullshit.
You could always find yourself a sugar daddy. How bad do you want your companies at?
Not that bad.
You just don't have what it takes. You know, if this were the music industry.
Oh, I saw a great movie yesterday. Like Mike and Dave and Alice or something like that. I don't know what the names are. It might be Nick and Dave or something like that. So John and Nick and Nick. I forget. But it's 4 names. The 2 in the middle are the same.
That's what they should have called it.
Not gonna. No spoilers. But really funny movie. Vince Vaughn is in it. I forget. I don't even know any. What's his name? Dolph Lundgren has a very small appearance in it. The guy that plays Jimmy James from Talk Radio, he's got a small part in it. I love that guy. The one is
Stephen Root.
Like Steve Root. I always forget his name.
I am Root.
Stephen Root. I'm sorry, I have a muffin in my mouth.
Now that's sexy.
That's why I laughed before I could get it out. So I knew you were going to jump on that shit.
Okay, hold on. I wasn't talking.
He was great. He was great in dodgeball too.
Oh God, he was great in that. He can do like any role, I bet.
Oh, he can. He can be serious as fuck. Oh, he can be dramatic. Oh yeah.
Saw him play like an evil.
Mm-hmm.
I was like scared of him. What the fuck, dude? Jimmy James. Now I'm gonna have nightmares about this guy. Yeah, great actor. He should get a lifetime achievement, something or other, blah, 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 blah.
Award.
Yeah, but they got to call it this or that, or, smell their own part.
I don't think it matters what it is. We can just rename it to the Donald Trump's Lifetime Achievement Award. I heard Donald Trump is already drawing up plans for his presidential library.
Isn't that like 10 years after his last year in office? It starts getting built?
I don't even know, but I heard it was supposed to be a skyscraper in Miami.
People do like libraries, something like that. He's doing a skyscraper.
Just as biblioteca.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, because I know isn't it something like that? 10 years after your presidency, they like break on it or something like that.
I don't know. I don't think it's that long. I mean, I think they can wait that long.
Good Lord. Dude, I went to IMDb just to see, and it is ridiculous the amount of things this guy, Stephen Root, has done. A lot of voice acting, like crazy voice acting. He was doing voice acting back in the DuckTale era, apparently. Woo! I thought he started with King of the Hill, yeah. He's done some BoJack Horseman. He's done Mr. Pickles. He's done Adventure Time. Crazy Kung Fu Panda.
I blink my balls.
Gravity Falls. Phineas and Her. Yeah, he's apparently a great voice actor as well.
Mark Hamill as well. He did a lot of voice acting.
I knew that one. Oh, yeah.
One of the best Joker voices I've ever heard.
I think this guy even did some Batman, if I'm not mistaken. I remember seeing his name in the credit. There it is, Batman.
While you're there, you should look up Sherry Ives on IMDb.
All right, let's see what she's been up to.
Chocolate connoisseur. Extraordinaire. You can smell a cocoa bean from 95 places.
She was in a movie called In Sickness. That was in 2020, apparently. She was the restaurant patron. She played that character. I bet if I look me up, I've done a movie or two. Let me see what roles I've had. Pretty soon with all the agreements and acknowledgments and what's the word? Terms and conditions that we've all just said, fuck it, click. I need to make a funny cartoon or whatever. Pretty soon we'll start having roles in every goddamn movie.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, get this. Corey Walter Johnson. Too funny. I was an actor in 1934 for a movie called Bright Eyes. Woo, I was sexy too. Hold up. God damn. Look at those eyes.
Walter's a vampire.
Shh. Tell everybody. I'll make this picture big. There we go. There I was. Look at those arresting eyes. And that's got to be at least, what, 30 weight? Maybe 20 weight there in the hair?
At least. Doesn't take much. A little lab will do, yeah. Unless, of course, you were a Dapper Dan man.
you know, you got to be true to your brand.
Somewhere I had a picture of my grandfather that I thought I could definitely see myself in. Pretty interesting.
Yeah, I look
Oh yeah, there's no doubt of my history genealogically. So apparently when I was an infant in my mother's arms, like literally still being carried by my mother in downtown Raleigh, Mississippi, my dad worked off like being a Boilermaker, so he was away a lot. So she apparently was alone walking down the street with me as an infant in her arms. And somebody stopped her and said, "Lady, I don't know who you are, but that's Pete Johnson's kid you're carrying." Okay, sure. And then later in college, when I started trying to do art and doing self-portraits, every fucking self-portrait I drew looked like my mom. So yeah, my genealogy is definitely a visible thing. Visible Genealogy. I think that's a band name, if not a hidden track.
Oh, then hidden track.
All right. Grease for Peace. Yeah, you make that Piece, and that's definitely a porno. Sherry. Or is it I before E, except that?
Except after C, especially when you're studying science.
Yeah. Uh-oh, Daz is concerned. Let's go see his IMDb page. The IMDb. The Hulk has arrived. What's up, man?
Have you guys seen what they're doing in Canada?
Today, what? You muffled the first part. I just heard Canada.
Have you heard what they're doing in Canada?
Being cold and freaking hunting elk? I don't know. What are they doing in Canada?
I've heard all sorts of crazy shit that they're doing in Canada. I wouldn't even know where to begin.
They made everybody register their guns. What about 10 people?
Yeah, I heard they're going to go like door to door.
Yeah, they had a government buyback, right? And less than 3% of the Canadian population turned in their guns. So now they're talking about going door to door and getting those guns. That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty insane.
Sorry, but that's one of my lines in the sand. I feel very
adamant.
Scared for the.
Nah, I don't think.
Oh yeah.
Did you say scared? Do you think they're going to come?
I don't know. The way they're talking, it's like they're not joking. It's like an inevitability that has to be done. That's crazy.
That is crazy. What's up, Neilio? Good morning.
What's up, Grizz?
Unkulaleko Duma?
The Cthulhu. Wait, what?
Huh?
I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out what we're doing.
Shit.
In chat, clicking on our own name for some reason. What happened?
I don't know.
I don't
but
know.
for us Americans, right? Canadian government told them, oh, we're all conspiracy theorists. We're not starting a registry because we want to come take your gun. We just want to make it safer for everybody. Nobody's going to come and try to take your gun. Stop being conspiracy theorists. So people, begrudgingly said, okay, fine, whatever, we'll just sign your stupid thing and let you know how many guns we have and our address and name and this and that and blah. Like they don't already know that shit. Come on. It has more to do with compliance than anything else. This is that whole force doctrine.
Mm-hmm.
They have bigger guns. They're telling you to sign this piece of paper and tell us all the guns you have, but we don't have to use those bigger guns on you. Pretty much what they said. They were like, okay, fine. Fine, we'll just sign it. They promised they're not going to come take them. Then, 10 years, 15 years, whatever, down the road, oh, now we're doing a buyback. A non-voluntary buyback. Like you have to turn in your guns. We'll buy them from you. And 97% of the population gave them a big old fuck you. So now they decided, oh, well, we're going to have to go and get them. So yeah, a registry. Again, you have to get a background check. They know which guns you have, yada, yada, yada. What they don't know is, like when you go and sell your gun as a private owner to another private person, they don't have records on all that stuff. And they want that. They want to know who has all these guns that are, there's 125 guns for every 100 people, legally, in this country. Oh. They want to know where they are and who has them. This is crazy, but it was 2012. Actually, the day I quit smoking back then, February 12th. I was playing poker, and one of our buddies, his son, was a military guy. And I was never really quite sure what he did, but he was still like some type of reservist, something or other, right? But he wasn't. He was some kind of military still. He said, because I was showing him my bug out bag. He's like, oh man, it's people like you that we come after first. And I've never forgotten that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there are people out there that go through training regularly and this and that and work a different job. But when they get a call, they're still getting paid by the government. There's like an outside contractor or this or that that keeps tabs on. I know a lot of the old CIA vets that are in their, 60s to 80s go around the park to find people that are wandering, collect license plates. I've met some of these people. I had a lady, remember Tina? Wasn't that her name?
I think that's
Lisa?
right. Something like that.
Yeah. She told me this shit was going to happen, that these people were going to come up and take our pictures and then just like walk off. And they did exactly what she said. It was so messed up. I was like, okay, this is weird now. Yeah. There's a lot of these people out there keeping track of stuff. I don't know. I don't want it to go down during my lifetime. That's all I know. But yeah, I'm scared for the Canadian people. If I were in their shoes, I would be frightened right now. This would be in my mind. Because it's those people on those lists that they're going to be going to visit those people first, right? Not the weekend shooter, the guy who just has the gun for home defense, never shot the thing, still in his case, right? They don't care about that guy. He'll go get his gun later. But what we got to do is find all these people who are, survivalists and have these bug out bags and all this shit ready. We got to get them first, so they can't get out and away from, we know where they are right now. But if we start picking up Joe's gun down the street, they're not going to be there when we get to their door. We'll have bugged out already. Crazy. I don't show too many people my bug out bag anymore. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, they train.
I've been on one of those lists, bro.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, yeah, they train. These airsoft teams you see, some of them, paintball. I think a lot of them went over to airsoft, not as messy.
Mm-hmm.
Guns are more realistic, weight and everything like that. No, they train right out in the open, but it's just people playing, right? Yeah.
And it's not necessarily like they're just systematically hit the neighbor on the left, come to you, hit the neighbor on the right, hit the next neighbor, and the next They have intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to waste their time on people they don't need to. Searching, asking nicely, rummaging through, any of that shit. They just take the highest threat and they go in there and kick the door in.
Probably at like 2:30, 3 in the morning.
Speed, surprise, and violence of action. Although watching the real soft guys play around with the weekenders on the airsoft is pretty funny.
That's funny. Yeah, you can tell who the ones who've been trained in the military are. Some of those snipers, dude, they'll take out like a whole team, and they'll never know where they're at.
Uh-huh.
It's amazing.
Yeah, those ghillie suits and that camo cloth have come pretty far since just the big netting they used to throw over the shit. Like, you can actually disappear pretty well.
Yeah, they're pretty awesome, I must say. Okay. I'm sure I got I got everything, I think. I don't know.
I don't know.
Man, the trees have been dropping a lot more sap. If that's what it is. Like, I've never seen it like this before. Like, every day I come out, it looks like raindrops, fresh raindrops, but it's all tree sap. It doesn't matter what tree I park it by. I got 2 trucks here. One's at one parking lot under this type of tree. The other one's across the street under a different type of tree. And it's like they're getting sap raining all over them. It's the weird. I've never seen this happen before. Is that something that happens with the trees by you guys?
Yes.
I mean, not really like drops. There's I don't even know how to explain stuff that happens on the car over here by the tree. It's like just a dark goo. Not really a goo, just like, I don't know how to explain it. It could be the sap and then maybe dust and dirt blows up on it. Because the car I drive around in here in town is our older vehicle, and it just kind of sits over there, over to the side, kind of under a tree, and so it gets that on it, and I'm not really that often of a car wash enthusiast like I was when it was a new car. Now, we do all that with our new car, but yeah, it's kind of got stuff on it, and I just kind of, run through the brush thing that, you don't do that because it messes up the finish. Well, this 2012 will be all right, I believe, at this point. But yeah, I don't know about just pure sap drops like that. You get those, Josh, apparently?
I've heard of it happening. I couldn't tell you which trees it is specifically.
And it looks like raindrops. It's so weird that they're like frozen.
Mm-hmm. Well, like a resin.
Teeny tiny drops. They're not like, like a resin. It's so weird. And I've been down here 5 years, It's not like this is my first spring down here, and I don't get it. Oh, I don't wanna. Oh, I get to buy my coffee. The little things.
Sherry has conflated her own password this morning. Elon Anal Sap Drop. And that will be the hidden track, I believe, on my third album. I was already thinking that Tree Sap Raindrop is isn't that old, like, hillbilly band? Bluegrass type?
It might be. I'm not sure.
Anybody do any tree pruning?
Who?
Apparently birch and maple trees can bleed profusely if pruned in the early spring because they have high internal pressure.
Yeah, I've seen that before. If you just type into YouTube, tree with water, there'll be like 1,000 of them, guys cutting down trees, and all of a sudden it's like a big giant faucet turned on, a fire hose, and water just starts pouring out of the tree. There's a tree I think it's over in England, in the middle of some park, and when it rains real heavy, the center of it turns into like a fountain. Water just starts pouring out. There's like a hole that comes up out of the center of the tree. Yeah, it's wild. Trees are awesome. Dude, what are you doing walking down the middle of the fucking road in all black? What the fuck? Sorry. Someone has a death wish out here, I guess.
Death wish? That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I asked that question quite often here in my little town. Yep.
Walking right down the middle of the road. And it's like 45 here. And no street lights or nothing. It's like a highway kind of out in the country. What's wrong with these people? Yeah, I'm going to try to show you. I'm going to turn on my camera.
All right. I hear you, Scholar. I think that almost every day. Scholar said it looks like he don't understand. Wait, let me go back and read it right. Shit, I'm just trying to paraphrase from a bad memory this morning. Asking Zack what's going on with Glowbusters. Hello, tongue. What's going on with Glowbusters? It's like I woke up in a parallel universe. Yep, that's a daily event around here, it feels like.
Oh, what's up with Glowbusters? I'm not sure. I haven't been on coming up to a year here. What the hell am I connected to someone else's Wi-Fi for?
Because they're pulling all the data off your phone.
Off my Wi-Fi.
There is a setting that will keep that from happening. Because apparently, I can't remember, it was the same neighborhood that my sister-in-law is in, and every time we'd go to their house, somebody else's Wi-Fi would pop up on, like, not just my phone, a couple people's phones. And so I was like, well, shit, I need to connect to your Wi-Fi while I'm here, but I don't want to connect to their Wi-Fi, so what the hell? So I went and found that. There's a way to only connect to the ones you wanted to or something. It's been a while, and that's been probably 2 phones ago, so they may have changed that completely.
You just got to ask AI to do it for you now.
That's it.
Four, 4, 5, 2, 6.
Oh, so I never watch political stuff. You know, I don't have much room left in my brain with all the trivial shit that I carry around. So I try to be very discerning with what I shove in there. But now, I wasn't prior to now. I used to just shoved everything in there. However, I did see this go by and went, wait, what? Wait, what? So I clicked on it just to see what the hell it was talking about. And apparently on a CBN News channel, YouTube-y, I don't know if it's YouTube or somewhere, he was on talking them shit about UFOs and about extraterrestrials and how this is Vance, the vice president guy, I think. And is that who that is? J.D. Vance?
Yeah,
is that the vice president?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So he apparently said, yeah, I have some access and I plan on going out to Area 51. I haven't had time to, because they keep that dude busy. The vice president's always hopping and bopping. But, yeah, he apparently was like, yeah, blah, 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 da, 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 there's this, we have that, we're trying to figure it out, blah, blah, blah. But he kind of like laughed it all off and said, but does it really matter? Because aliens are demons. And I'm like, what the fuck am I hearing in my ears right now? And he's like, but that's for another discussion. Like, holy shit. Okay, JD, you kick it, buddy. You're my favorite politician, dude, whatever they're called. Again, I don't watch those shows. But that one did catch my eye. Here, I'll drop that. This is some channel called CBN News talking about that. Is the only reason I saw it.
It's a Christian broadcast network, I believe.
Oh, well, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
Because I didn't watch the whole thing. I just watched him say that and went, oh, no shit, get the fuck out of town.
Yeah, I just saw it this morning, but I saw the little logo in the corner. I'm like, oh, that's I know what that is. Justin, if you're not going to name your Wi-Fi FBI surveillance van or pedo hunter, the least you could do is change it to the Earth is flat.
Apparently Logan's right down the road. Well, y'all can go talk about the demons then, Logan. That is not and I hit it just out of dumbass. Those are supposed to be exclamation marks there, Logan, but again, I'm struggling this morning. I still haven't got my eyes fully uncrossed. I thought they would click into normalcy by now, but they've been very stubborn for a few days now. Except when I was super sick. When I was super sick and in the bed, feeling like crap, my eyes were great. I guess because my autoimmune system was busy attacking, I guess, whatever had invaded me. And didn't have time to fuck my eyes up. But now that I feel better, it's like, okay, back to the eyes, guy. But I'm not whining or complaining about bullshit health issues or anything. Just whining. Just a little complaining, maybe.
Sounds like somebody's got a case of the Mondays.
Yeah, I definitely do. Because I really wasn't here much on Monday. This would be my Monday, probably. Okay. All right, I need to stop reading things here on the side and read them to y'all. But it wasn't worth reading, so I'll pass on that.
But at least there's boobs, Daz.
What is it?
There may be nothing more spiritual than to the mammary gland. And it may all just be physical, but at least they're there. And I'm a leg guy, so it's not like I'm particularly mesmerized, transfixed by the breastises.
But
I heard real quick. What happened?
you see that?
Oh, apparently not. What was I seeing? Oh, yeah. I do see that. So that's probably actually what's... Yeah, that's probably what's happening on my car, and it just accumulates the dust and whatnot from the area. It reminds me of the tree that used to be in my dad's yard growing up. Him and my stepmom had a tree. I just constantly felt like you're in like a light mist of rain under it all the time. Damn it. Has those weird fuzzy pink flower things on it. Come on, y'all, help me out here. No?
Weird fuzzy pink flower thing. Red buds?
Weird fuzzy pink flowers, and it feels like it's misting under it all the time.
I don't know about that.
I'll find out.
That'd be great for the summertime, though.
It was when we were kids, and then, you know. Let me find it. Okay, here we go. Let's see if it pops up. Yeah, mimosa. There it is. There it is. No, mimosa, nobody here. Oh,
That's a good old DMT tree.
Is that what that is? Maybe that's why my childhood was so happy.
I might be confused, or at least I thought it was at least a variation of the mimosa. I might be wrong.
Weird little crenulated leaves. I don't know if that's the right word for that, but that is what I think. There it is. That's the exact look of the tree in my dad and stepmom's yard. And you could climb it. It just wasn't very tall, but the branching out started really low to the ground, so it was an easy tree to climb. So we constantly stayed in that tree, climbing, playing, running. It was base. It was a starship. It was an Indian fort. A cavalry fort, whatever. It was the place to play. And you would wind up being all like gooey after you got out from under. Not gooey, but just you could feel a stickiness, I guess, upon you. But yeah, the mimosa. What is it, orange juice and champagne? That ain't bad either.
Okay, I got time to do this.
Powder puff tree.
Yeah, I'm with you, Justin. If I'm playing around with that pretty pink flower, I prefer a nice mist.
Yeah.
Hitting me in the face. That's how you know you're doing it right.
Exact. Ona, you get it. Ona says dead air is like the silent notes in music. Exactly. There's rests, emotional pauses. It's the whole thing. Glad somebody finally understands our music.
It's how we counteract TikTok. Doing our best to cure the TikTok brain.
Right. Slowing down that drop.
Maybe good things come in packages longer than 15 seconds.
Cool. I will check that out. I forgot to say, everybody needs to go check out, apparently, check out the film Death Squad, according to Neil. There. I've got them saved. I'll check it.
If ever there were a band name, the film Death Squad would have to be amongst the top.
That's probably already a band, I would guess.
Like a mixture of Gwar and ICP, just like big scary clowns.
I hear. Musical ditty in the distance? What is that?
City in the distance.
Yeah, Daz, it was starting to thunder a little bit before I came in here at 3:40. I could hear the thunder outside. I'm tired.
Mm-hmm.
I am too. I did not want to get up this morning.
Maybe you got the cicada.
Nope.
Did you ever think about that?
Oh, could be.
Guess the COVID's got so many variants they can't even count them anymore. Now they just give them Names of random nouns.
Oh, man. So it's April 1st. I haven't seen anything yet that was like, oh, no way. That's crazy. I'm waiting for it. You know somebody's going to do it. It'll be a big... There's always the main... See, now that's what's really fucked up, too. Like, you would think mainstream media, news outlets at least, shouldn't be fucking around like that. I get it's April 1st, yada, yada, yada. But you guys are supposed to be, like, serious.
Did H.G. Wells not teach them anything?
No.
Fuck.
Yes, exactly. You want to lose everybody's trust? Yeah, fuck around with them on April 1st. It just doesn't scream serious to me, you know? $64 degrees. That's wild. April 1st. Been unseasonably warm. Found a range, an outdoor range. Hard when I get it sighted in. And none of the indoor ranges around here are 100 yards long. It's like an hour away. That's not too bad, though, for a 250-yard range. Yeah, I got a smaller suppressor. They get, dude, some are like 8 inches long and shit. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It adds a lot more to the gun. So I went with a nice little 4-incher. It's a
Not going to bruise the cervix?
I didn't even want to touch it, but I'll let Josh. I know he can't resist.
Just cannot.
I know. I'm aware. I love it.
Yeah, it's a CNC company out in Colorado that makes their own suppressors. And they specialize in a little bit shorter ones that they're not as quiet as can be, but they're like half the price. And it makes it so it's just less annoying, you know, for first-time shooters. A lot of them don't like that loud bang. Kind of abrupt, and it can scare you if you're not ready for it.
Especially if you get an
And it
FRT.
quiets that down a lot. Yeah, sure. Yeah, and that 38 special round is already subsonic, so it's not going to make that crack.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's pretty cool looking. It'll quiet it down a little bit.
And how many rounds can you get through that before it just becomes ineffective?
I'm not sure. I think there's got to be a way to clean them out once they get all filled up. But it's pretty much just a hollow tube with a bunch of washers welded, like every so often. There's one I saw I wanted. It was like $1,200 though.
For some reason, I thought they only had a certain lifespan. Apparently, a good suppressor will outlast the barrel it's on.
Yeah, in video game suppressors have a lifespan, usually. But I've never had one in real life. So I have no clue.
I don't know that I've ever seen a suppressor with the lifespan in a video game.
Oh, I have for sure.
Really?
Uh-huh. Yeah, but these are rated for full auto. You can shoot lead through them. A lot of the suppressors say it's a good idea not to use lead in their suppressors.
Too soft?
Yeah, I'm not sure. It's not like the suppressor touches the round at all. Just gives it a hole to go through and catches all the exhaust coming out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Quiets all that down. Yeah, they're designed not to have any blowback. We'll see. It's my first suppressor. I'm sure it's not going to sound like a pellet gun, being only a few $100. But we'll see.
Now, did the barrel come threaded for a suppressor?
Yep.
Oh.
Hey.
Yeah, it blew my mind. What you got, Walter?
Sorry, I was waiting for you to get done.
Yeah, you good.
So, Regina, I get it. Trust me, I get it. Regina's not, enjoying the fact that so many of her loved ones, I'm sure, family, friends, etc., just don't get it. They don't get it. They're like wrapped up in the world, the MSN lies, the fear factory that pumps it out constantly. I get it, that it's very upsetting to see people you know and love that can't see through it like we have all figured out a way to do. What you have to remember is, well, there's a few things to keep in your heart and know that they did make a choice to be in your family or to be in your friend hub or whatever it is. That was part of the design. And they may have chosen to not come here and be all riled up about whatever and figure out too much crap and lose the thread and get all like spun out and all the things that happened, to us as we all went down various rabbit holes that got us to this point. Because I know personally, it was quite the rug being pulled out from under you feeling. I get that. When we figured out that not only is what we might be living on a total lie, but every fucking thing that's fed to us through that black mirror is a fucking lie. And that created a discernment, a muscle in us that we've exercised continuously to get to the point where we're not as easily fooled, we hope, by this world. But the other side of all this is, to me anyway, that's why we're here, is to be fooled by this world. Because if we're not fooled by this world, then we're not playing the game. We're not enjoying the ride. We're not enjoying the ride because it is just a ride. And it is just like a roller coaster. It goes up, it goes down. It's got bright lights. And it, spins you out and makes you all freaked out. But the whole point is it's not any of this is real. It's all being constructed by us to do these things, to have these choices we've made, to have these forks in the road. And, some would say those forks are an illusion, just like this place is. That we just created those forks to have another level of this game we're trying to have fun and play in. And I'm having a blast playing with you fuckers. I don't know about y'all, but I'm having a blast. And it's definitely It gets upsetting when you have talked and you've shown and you've explained and you've given every logical thing that you can possibly do. Try to remove the emotion from it, try to remove the terror from it. But it can still be terrifying when someone has built their whole life on the lies, on the bullshit, on the media-fed psychosis. So many people are just weighted down by it. But you're not, or you wouldn't be hanging out here with the cool kids. So keep that in your heart and hold on to that and know we get it. We all do. We send in love, extra support, extra help, extra everything we can your way to deal with that upsetting fact that some people that you love don't get it yet. And unfortunately, they may not ever get it. And then the third side of the coin is we probably don't have a fucking clue about anything we're talking about here on the show, there in the chat. We're all just having fun and playing the game in different ways. We all got different levels we've created. We've all got different mods we put on our account. Whatever the case may be, just remember, it's only a ride, and we're here to have fun. And just love them. That's all you can do is love them as hard as you can. So, and I love you, lady, and I'm glad you're here hanging out with us. I understand you saying I know that, but they know me and I'm not a liar, or know I'm not a liar, but still wouldn't listen. And for that, she's so sad. Well, and tried so hard and just can't anymore. And you have to stop at some point. Again, you can only beat your head against their wall so long before it starts to become a hindrance to your own health and well-being. So you've put as much in front of them as you possibly can. And I can't help but think there's a little chink in that wall somewhere, and one of those little seeds wedged in there, and with just the right rain from some other source, it'll sprout, and they'll go, wait, that's what she was trying to tell us, 5 years ago, 10 years. It happened for Zack. His folks, his brother, it happens. It may take a while. It may not be the same path you chose or would have chosen for them, but it can still happen. But you can't make yourself sick and, spun out about it, because that definitely won't help them and won't help you at all. And we need you here with us. So just giving you a big old hug. All of y'all get a big hug, but a big hug for Richie. Justin's playing fucking Fallout without a doubt. Man, you're going to make me go install that damn game on my computer again. Frick. And I have it. I could have been playing it all this time. I was just like, no, if I start that, I'll be locked in. Because that's definitely one that got me locked in when I played it. The Vegas did. Hi, Mom. Mama's here. Let's go get the camera for her. Hey, Mama. Hey, Mama. Come see me.
Yeah, Fallout's one of those games that'll it'll take your soul.
Man. Yeah, it'll eat your life, take your soul.
Yeah, they're wild games. They're awesome games, but it's got to be for a serious gamer that's got spare time.
Some time to spend with it. Yeah, it's definitely not a casual play at all. It reminds me of that same area of gaming that the Skyrim and Morrowind and all that fall into. It just takes everything. And if that kind of thing gets us all caught up, which doesn't everybody get that, but it does game people. That game got me so caught up at a time in my life when I did have other things I should have been focusing my energy on. Mm-hmm. But through not focusing my energy on those things, man, that's not really true. I kind of go back and think about that era and go, well, did I really not do what I should have done, playing that game too much? Or was it just that I really didn't want to do that anyway, because I hated all that music anyway. Anyway, it was a band thing, and I was doing stuff, trying to sing, and it was a bunch of music I hated, hated it. I hated it, didn't want to sing the songs. To be able to sing the 4 or 5 songs I really enjoyed, I had to sing like 10 or 15 of songs I just didn't care the first fuck about. Songs I didn't know the lyrics to, because they were songs I didn't grow up listening to that a lot of people apparently did, and they were an more oldies-ish band, classic-y, rock, whatever, and I was just like, yeah, but this new stuff is amazing, and this new stuff is amazing, and I finally got them looking at new stuff and got those songs in the rotation, but I just couldn't dedicate my mind to learning and memorizing songs I didn't feel. If I don't feel it in my heart when I sing it, it don't mean anything. It don't come out right. It don't come out with the emotion and the spirit and the energy or whatever. Anyway, but yeah.
And that's how Walt almost became the lead singer to the film Death Squad.
Exactly, man. You tell everybody in the secret. Hey, the good girl. Hey, my good girl. Say hey to Ian and everybody else. Yeah. Yeah. All our kitty lovers. Yeah. Yeah. So on the kitty report, remember I had the big bully that was outside that was keeping everybody away and just being a butt early on. And then he kind of chilled. Enough for all the cats that wasn't even here for dinner time coming back, and they was eating and everybody. But as soon as he would show up, sorry, I'm burping a lot. My apologies. As soon as he would show up in the yard, they would all like freeze and look at him and then scatter, And over time, he mellowed a bit. There were still times when I would reach to pet him where I'd get like a slight bite or a slight paw or whatever, because he was still a feral cat. I mean, he was fully feral. He was definitely not anybody's cat that was kept and released or anything like the others that wanted to come in and were super chill and social. He was definitely still wild and still wanting, be combative and be domineering and territorial and all that. But literally, he is the biggest baby I have out there now. As soon as I say good boy to any of the other cats when I go out and they're on the washer, sorry, I'm still fighting that dry cough, but when I go out and I start talking to one of them and calling them a good boy, wherever he's at outside, he may be right under that porch, I don't know, but wherever he's at, within a few minutes, I hear him scrambling up through their little doorway, hopping on the dryer or the washer, and immediately he's belly up, waiting for Dad to love on him. And you know how most cats, that whole belly up thing is just a trick to get you to reach in there for a pet, and then it's like the Venus flytrap that closes on you. Damn it. Sorry. He definitely is just a big baby. He lets me rub his belly and purrs like a big old baby. So he's definitely come a long way. Hey, Mama. Yes, I'm sorry. What giving you attention? Man, I might get something to drink besides coffee. I'll be right back. I'm sorry.
All right. I can't guarantee it's not just going to be dead silence till you get back. That's all right.
Here, I'll leave her on camera. Oh, I thought she'd sit here, but she moved. I'll try. Let her stay.
Yeah, I'm not sure I'm going to make it all day at work today. I'm just too dang tired. I got up pretty early, though. And I have no clue why. Like, it was ridiculously early this morning. Like, my alarm's set for 3, so if I get up at 2, like, I'm not going back to bed. And I usually do wake up between 2 and 3 on show days before my alarm goes off. Just perpetually. Almost never does a 3 o'clock alarm wake me up because I'm already awake. I think I woke up before 1 this morning. And I don't know why. Couldn't get back to sleep for shit. Never did.
Oh.
So I may just have to take half a day today. Come home, take a nap.
I hear you. Not me, though, dude. If I wake up 10 minutes before my fucking alarm goes off, I'm like, fuck. Sleep quick, go to sleep, hurry. You got 10 minutes, quick. Sleep.
Like when I woke up, I assumed it was like between 3 and 4 because my alarm didn't go off. So I'm like, oh, okay. Let me kind of wake up here, make sure I got everything off my nightstand, know where my clothes are so I can go hop in the shower. And I kind of roll over and check the clock. I'm like, fuck, it's like 12:30. I got all kinds of time. Awesome. And then I lay there for another 2.5 hours. So when 2:30 hit, I just said, screw it. I'm just going to go take a shower now. So it was nice not to have to run around this morning. Given the fact I've already been up for 5 motherfucking hours.
I hear you. Oh, shit. I didn't know Zack left. I missed that.
Yeah, I'd missed it too. I didn't realize it until you went to go get a drink. Something other than coffee.
Yeah, that's the only thing I'm still dealing with after being sick for like probably since Friday this started. But definitely it's that dry cough still bugging me. Yeah, I usually do that too, Regina. Wake up before my alarm goes off. Very frustrating. Oh, excuse me. Of course, Shell's still sick. She's still only like 2 days into it, so she's probably on the, well, the night before was probably her worst night, but last night wasn't great either. So she was restless, not breathing right, so turning and tossing and all that. That probably was most of it. Omega-3 for the win. Oh, for the cat. Right. And for you. It's good for you too. Oh, wait. Do I have the bottle cam going? I did turn it off. You're a minute or two behind, so. I usually bring a bottle of water in here in the morning, but it's different. No, sweetie, stay over there, please. Oh, I guess come over here. Forward. Come on. Come on. You can come over here. Come on. It's okay. Yeah. There you go. There she goes. There she goes. Hey, sweet. Yeah, that's where you are. Yeah. Yeah, and there's another one. There's Cleo. The big baby. Yeah, she's the big baby. Come on. Come on. No, just going to hit my mic. I knew that's what she was going to do. Good girl. Don't rub on my mic. You're going to knock it off. You're going to knock it off. What's your little swishy tail? Damn it. I mean, we could, Skylar. Could do that. Watch the Artemis 2 show. You chewing on badness? Leo, stop chewing my pins. Stop chewing on my pins. Just about every pen I have in my cup over there has got her teeth mark on the top of it. Yeah, because she's loony. Yeah. bottle top, edges of any kind of like plastic treat container. Speaking of, I think I have a treat somewhere. Oh yeah, you want something? You want something? I found this brand that is literally dried animal product. Like this is chicken. They make one that's tuna pieces. And then they make one that's sardines, which I thought, holy shit, the cats are going to love this. And only the outside cats like the sardines. Inside cats, I put them down and walk away, and they sniff, and apparently they walk away, because when I go to sleep later, they're still laying on the ground. So I quit worrying about them and the sardines. Yeah. Yeah, is it good? Is it good? Oh, is it good? Yeah, you're a good girl. Right, yeah. Apparently that is where that would be, on the Disney Channel, Cartoon Network, somewhere like that. What are you doing?
The old Siffy channel.
Oh. What's up, Piney? A daddy tight. Yeah, a daddy tight. Because I'm trying. I knew she would walk in front of me before I could finish. Yeah, why don't you just come get up here where it's easier for everybody? You can chill. Yeah, there we go. Come on. Come on, Kurt. Come on. Come on. So silly. Oh, goodness. Speaking of moon and the moon. Here. Here. Come on. Come on. Come on. Right there. Two more steps. Two more steps. I don't know what I got on me, but she just won't stop sniffing. It's usually after I go outside and play with the other cats that they do that, but I haven't been outside this morning. Was it a full moon? Well, that's why they're planning on shooting the rocket off today then. I didn't realize.
Full moon on the new year? Nah. It's just a plain old regular lunar launch. No rituals going on here.
Come on. Come on. Oh, you see it. Here. Is that better? Yeah. Yeah, stop pacing. Lay down somewhere. Or come get on me. I think it's the moon affecting them. Are they waiting for the launch too? One or the other. One or the other. Huh. You waiting for the launch? Are you excited? Come on. There you go. Now you're doing it. Come on. One more step. There you... London Bridge is falling down. You're so silly. Oh, so silly. Oh, you're so silly. Trying to play catch up here in chat. My apologies. My cats go through phases there, Piney. Piney was saying all his cats have become super affectionate, not even the ones that used to not let anybody touch them. Mine go through phases like her, where she'll come in here and sit over here on the side by me on the table. Other days she does this, pacing. But then other days I can't get her out of my arms. She stays up my chest. And same thing with Bender. Some days he's immediately, as soon as he hears me sit down in here, he's up my chest on my chest here. Other days I don't see him till the food comes out. Sorry, I've lost my mute button.
Wake up! Wake up! Wake up!
I'm trying. And it sucks because I could send my boss a text and just go back to bed after I leave the show. But I know that.
What sucks about that?
Because I'd still feel guilty. I can rid myself of the guilt if I just put some FaceTime in. Like, man, I tried. I came in, can't do it going home. Versus, I just won't be. If I just called and texted him now, I'd never be able to get a real good sound sleep. Although I could probably sleep better now than I could at 10:30 or whenever. I'll probably make it.
Inconceivable!
Well, this is fucking ponderous, man. Ponderous, fucking ponderous.
I agree, Casey. Truth.
Man, I haven't watched that V in a long time, Taz, the old 80s one. It was streaming somewhere, and I started it, and then I got sidetracked and never finished that one. And then I tried the newer one, and I couldn't even. Where's the Northern Lights happening?
Up north.
Man, I'm not going to be able to finish the show. I can't talk without coughing. I'm sorry, guys. I mean, I will, but it's not going to be fun. Right.
I do love how water seems like it. What was it? The CEO of Nestle saying water is not a human right. But it sure appears to be the right of these data centers to have as much water as they fucking need to keep things cooled off. Sure seems to be their right to get tax breaks in order to do it all.
So once it goes through their center and cools their stuff, well, where does it go? Back in the river and it's all polluted, or do they recycle it over and over and use it like you would logically do? Or how does that work?
They recycle it. I think. I'd hope so. Since everybody's water bill is going to go up necessarily. Hopefully it's not just this ever increasing thing.
I guess if I unmuted, I could talk. Data center where the Back to the Future Mall was Puente Hill.
Twin Pines?
Yeah, well, I mean, the real mall, I guess. It's called whatever that is. Do it with one hand on, just for you. I couldn't help it. What? Ona has figured it out. They use the seawater for the data centers that'll stop the oceans rise. Fucking A. That's all we need is brains like yours to figure it all out. Good. Molotov drones 708. So, speaking of drones, I'm waiting for a drone to arrive today. I'm all excited.
Is it yours or is it going to bring you something?
No, it's mine. I had kind of gotten out of the drone game. Like early on, you know, I was into drones about the time we started doing all this show stuff or figuring it out or whatever. And of course, I immediately was like, well, I'll just send my drone up and look around. I didn't know yet, you know, the reality of all that. I was just wanting to get up high because here in Louisiana, there's not many places to get high. Well, there's lots of places to get high. There's the Canesville, there's back behind the, anyway. But there's no height. Unless you're in a water tower or a tall building downtown, it's all flat down here. We are the Delta. We are the Delta. But yeah, I figured send a drone up and look around. No curve. Done. But yeah, it don't work that way. But I still enjoy playing with drones. They're fun. But it got to be this whole thing where, and this is on the cheap end of stuff, not crazy, you know, commercial area, DJI, big money ones, you know, nothing like that. This was back when they were like, you know, everybody and their grandma was putting out a cheap drone that was fun to play with. And they, what happened in chat? I missed it. Anyway, but there was a nice balance between a decent sized drone that would fly fast, fun, really controller intuitive type situation. At a decent size, size, 6x6, 8x8, whatever. And then right about the time I started going to Oregon and my brother got into them, when he got into them, he started with a little bit bigger, cheaper drones. They were trying to mimic the DJI shape and feel and all that. And that's when it all started falling apart, about that era, because they would try to do too much without being able to do what they could do. So the whole, like, staying in one spot or tracking you when you run or all that crap, they started trying to tack that on the cheap drones, and it just wasn't working out because they didn't have the computing capability within those cheaper drones to actually do that stuff right. Then they tried to, do a whole, air buoyancy, barometer buoyancy, pressure buoyancy, something that would keep it hovering at a certain height without having GPS involved. And again, it would work on some drones, and on others it would not work. It would, float or drift, or you couldn't get it trimmed, set, any of that. If you don't fly drones, that's fine. I'm just nerding out here. But anyway, it got to a point where the decent size ones you could see visually in the air without having to have a camera on your phone to track it and all that crap, they just started being crappy. And then the smaller ones is where the fast, doing things went to. First person visually flying with a headset on and all that crap. And I couldn't get into that because, sorry, for me, standing still watching myself fly through the air just wasn't equilibriumly, yes, I am vocabulating. It wasn't working out. I would get dizzy and I didn't like that feeling, so I couldn't do those. And then the small drones without some kind of camera set up, you couldn't keep your eye on them in the sky because they're zipping around like a little wasp. So I just kind of got out of it. I quit playing with drones. But something recently, I'm trying to find the one I got. Just walking through Walmart and I saw one. I'm like, is that really going to be good? Oh, there it is. A little cheap one. It's got nice lights on it. So that can be seen pretty good in the sky when you're, getting older and your eyes aren't quite as quick as they used to be. You can see that because the whole thing lights up. There's not just a couple of lights on it. And when I got this one and started having some fun with it, I'm like, man, I missed drone. So I went ahead and got me a pretty decent one, I hope. Yeah, the whips, those are awesome, Justin. Yeah, I was going to talk about the whips and I forgot it when they started having the little, almost like a little tube around them, around the propellers. Sort of like that, but more like a tube where you could really zip those things around. So what is going on here in chat? Let me go see. Yeah, there's some definitely expensive drones out there, Laura. This one I got coming isn't, though. I mean, it's, it's not like that. It's not a little $30 Walmart drone, but it's not a stupid expensive one. Until I get, crazy about it again, like I was, then you never know what might happen. But it's got a camera. We'll see what it looks like. I'll let you guys see footage if I ever get good enough to do it. Yeah, I get that on it. You don't need the lights if you have a camera on it. Well, I didn't want to spend the money for a camera drone that didn't really work, and that's what was going on. That's what I was saying about the era of me just getting out of it. Oh, it's got a camera, so you can do. Yeah, those squares on that phone I'm looking at, that helps me fly so much better. Because I can only get the ones that are like 480 or whatever, 720. 1080 if you were lucky, and they still were not able to keep up with the motion of the actual drone, if that makes any sense. What do I keep seeing? Send me a link there, Justin. I might look at them. At one point, I was so into it that I actually applied at one of the academies in Lafayette to do the, the commercial flying and whatever, and then the cost, the license, all that crap. Sorry, keep getting distracted by chat doing weird things. Apparently, I'm missing it in chat. I'll just be quiet and watch the chat. Let me turn off the camera too. I didn't realize she had left, and we were just looking at me. Ian, that's great. It's a baby drone. It is. Now, what do I keep finding on my keyboard area? What is it? Right there. I found this on the keyboard a couple days ago. Please, Josh, don't do it. Please don't do it.
I'll let you have that one.
But yeah, I'll see if I can get a picture. And y'all tell me what the fuck it is. I have a bad feeling I know what it is. I keep going through these phases of hang on, let me send it. I'm gonna have to mute up. I'm about to cough.
All right. We've only got about 6 minutes anyway. And there's just no interesting headline. Just none.
Okay, here we go. Share. Go to the call.
Uh-oh.
Very super. Yeah. Okay, so what is that? You see that little white trail? Not the cat hairs. I know what cat hairs are. You see that little white, trail right there?
Uh-huh.
And then here it is on my table. What is that? Anybody? No? Nobody?
Could somebody have a UTI?
I'm beginning to think somebody's got worms. That's what I'm thinking. The little white, little inchy worm looking deals that they drop. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm thinking. I haven't noticed it in anybody's, when you clean the litter box, you kind of notice things like that. Or the, on their butt, literally like little rice is usually when I see it. But I haven't seen that because we've been using a really good control for all that, and it's been keeping all that at bay. I'm just wondering if one of them that gets up here has that going on, and I haven't noticed it yet. Another thought, how do moth eggs look? I've never seen a moth egg. What do moth eggs look like?
That I don't know.
I don't know. Let's go look that up.
It depends on if you boil them or if you cook them sunny side up or poach them, scramble them. Yeah.
Because we've got moths again. We had them earlier. How do I stop sharing this fucking now? Did I stop? Yeah. We get moths every 6 or 8 months, it feels like, and I put out the little trap and it catches them and they're gone. But when you live in the country and have an older house with lots of access for the outer world, it happens. Let's see what that looks like. Moth eggs. I'm gonna freak out if that's what it looks like. Oh, good Lord, no. I've never seen anything like that in my house. What these moth eggs are supposed to be looking like. However, that could be what it was, because look right here. Hang on. Let me go to the shit. Where is it? I just saw something almost similar to it, and I can't find the picture because I clicked the wrong button. Let me go back and see if I can get it back. Okay, where was that? Okay, you see here? Oh, y'all aren't looking. Shit. I think that is what it is. God damn it, I guess I gotta go get the little traps out again. Share is where again? My goodness, I've never used this app, so I sure wouldn't know. You see how around these little, what they call the moth eggs, the big rice-looking things, they got those little white dots that are all like in lines and shit. You see it? Mm-hmm. Might be exactly what the fuck that is. That would explain why we have moths right now. Interesting. All right, I'll figure it out. I'll fix it. I just thought maybe I'd get some intel from you guys on it, because y'all know more than me always. Oh, wow, it's time to go.
Damn near.
Thank you guys for hanging out and listening to us drone on about just really not much at all this morning.
If at all.
If at all.
At best, we were droning on.
Yeah, well, I'm still recovering, as you heard me choking to death here.
And I'm just tired.
It is exciting to have a troll, though. We don't have them very often.
No, it's not. Especially one that was directly related to the subject matter to which we were referring. Talking about drones, and in comes Molotov drone.
Well, actually, the drone name is what made me start talking about drones. I saw that name, that's why I started that conversation.
Well, that worked out well then, I guess.
Walt, make him leave. You go away. He's fine. Just block him, or y'all been handling it. I don't have to.
He'll take a hint. Or not. Or he'll just come and continue to give our show engagement and
yep,
boost our algos. That'd be nice.
Love you guys. Thank you guys.
Yes, much love. Hope and many thanks.
Feel better this week.
Hopefully we'll be back on Friday. I feel like I might just still be asleep. I don't know. I don't know. But we do love you. And you should at least check back here on Friday morning for more of the IRONWORX, just to verify that we are here and not still sleeping. And until then, you guys have a great rest of your week. Happy hump day. Be good. Be well. Do good. Do it well. We love you. Bye-bye.